So we have seen this ch is equal to a, that means initialization. Normal ch is declaration. Then suppose I will assign some data to variable, that is called assigning. Then here I will print, then it will print b, then enter character, it will ask a character from user, then ch, and it will print. Here I will enter 97. Then what is my output?
Small a.
Yes, exactly. It will print small a. Those characters are stored in its form of ASCII format. It will print here small a. And suppose I will enter here 97 again. You see here 9 and 57. Why 9 and 57? Because in the enter, suppose I will enter two numbers. So that is consider only first number, not consider 7. So in the scanf, it will consider only one number, that is 9, and 9's ASCII number is 57. So you can see here in the 9, ASCII is 57. Okay. So suppose I will return here 50. And it will print the ASCII value of 50 is 2. So you can see here 502. Okay. Suppose I will remove this. Here, suppose I will do character is equal to 50, then in the next line, ch is equal to ch plus 2. Then what is my output?
52 is, I think, which
4.
alphabet number is 52?
Yes, 52 is
Yeah,
4.
yeah.
So it will print here 4 and here 52.
Yes.
4 and 52. Okay.
Yeah.
Suppose I will do here multiplication with 4. Then
8
A,
and
A and 200.
sorry, 8. This is not plus 4. This is multiplication. That 200,
sorry,
yes.
sorry, 8,
A
16 and
and 200.
Here we cannot able to identify what is the 200 ASCII. In the ASCII table, you
mm-hmm.
can not able to see 200 ASCII.
Yes,
So there
yes.
Yes.
is new ASCII table is available, but in that 200s, whatever that value, that will print. But you can
Yeah.
see here my output is like this symbol. This is the ASCII of 200, and output is minus 56. Why? Because character are stored in its two format. One is the signed and one is the unsigned format. So yesterday I have told, so there is two format available. In that we have stored positive number and negative number also, and in the one format we can store only positive numbers.
Yogin, I have a question here. When do we normally use the definition character, data type character? Because as we see that it refer basically ASCII value is printed as I mean the character value is printed as its ASCII value. So if we are performing any operation, then we always will have to look into the ASCII values and then figure out the output. So when generally we use the data type character definition?
So in generally character we are using for 1 byte data, we have to store at that time only. First rule is that. Suppose I have data that the size is only 1 byte, so I will not go for integer, because integer is storing either 2 byte, 4 byte, or 8 byte, like that way. So memory saving we are using the character first is the reason. And another reason, character are stored in its ASCII format, but we are not using in that format of like single quotation a and like that. Generally we are using like this way, ch is equal to 50, and I will use it like that way percentage d format.
Okay.
Understood? So in the form of decimal we will see a 1 byte data, so this is okay for me.
So then I have another doubt. When we are performing any operation, as in
Mm-hmm.
you did the ch into 4, so will
Mm.
that be performed on the ASCII value or on the like absolute value that we have defined here?
Absolute value. So you can see here, I have entered ch is equal to 50. Suppose I will do plus 4. Then what is my output here in the form of decimal? It should be 54.
54.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like that way. Multiplication with 4, that means it's 200.
Hmm.
But is showing me negative number. Why negative number? That's I came to that point. That is the format called unsigned and signed. So by default, it is treated as signed one. Signed, that means it can store positive and negative number both.
Hmm.
More than 127, that will become to the negative number till 255 only.
Okay.
So character are two types. First one is signed character. Next one is unsigned. So this same rule will be applied on integer also. So see today's lecture carefully. Tomorrow I will give you in the form of integer homework only. So suppose I will write without anything here. So compiler will treat it as the signed one. So signed, that will store both number positive and negative. And unsigned, that will store only positive number. Okay. So in the positive or negative, it is stored like that way. 0 to plus 127. 0 to 127. Then what is the 128? 128 is my negative 128 to minus 1. So my 129 positive is treated as minus 127. 130 is minus 126, like that way in the signed. In the unsigned, it is directly 0 to 255 positive number. So how compiler know? So this is my 8 bits of 1 byte. Sorry, this is not count. 0 to 7. So in the format of signed, my data is stored in this only. Here is sign. And in the unsigned, my data will store like this. Here in the form of 0, all data are 0. In the form of 255, all data are 1. So this is my unsigned. Here we will again move to the signed character. So that is 255, sorry, not 1. Suppose I will write here 00000. So these are my data and this is my sign. So my output is 0. Again, my sign is 0. Then my data is 111. So that is called 127. So these are the positive number. My sign is 0. That means my data are stored in its positive number. Once I will go to the plus 128, it is treated as minus 128. So minus 128, like that where sign is 1. For negative number, sign is 1. 1. Then after all the 0. So this is my minus 128 and sign is 1. So our MSB bit, this is called MSB and this is called LSB. LSB that means least significant bit and MSB is that means most significant bit. So most significant bit is treated as either 0. At that time we can call as my is in the form of signed. My character is in the positive number. Suppose most significant will go to the higher number, then it's 1. At that time we can say my number is negative number. So after 128, my this bit will always 1, right? You can convert in binary for 1 byte. 129, 120, 130 like that way. So my this bit will always 1 till 255. So this is my minus 1, sorry, not 0, minus 1. So the range is like this way, minus 128 to minus 1, then 0 to plus 127. So like this way our data is stored. Once you complete, then inform me. So for freshers, they will ask you in interview, what is the difference between signed and unsigned? So signed will store positive and negative number both in the form of most significant bit signs. It depends on if it is signed most significant bit is 0, that means it's a positive number. If sign is 1, then it is a negative number. And unsigned will store only positive number. This is very important questions. This we are asking to experienced person also. Because of this reason, we are using generally unsigned, and in the automotive industry only, we are generally using unsigned positive numbers only. Okay, then I will move to here. Suppose I will write here unsigned character ch. Then I will do here ch multiplication with 4. Then my output will 255. 200. See here, this is show 200. By default, it is treated as signed one. We have to write unsigned. Then it will treat it as unsigned. Minus 56. So how now you have minus 56 and you have to find what is exactly my number. How you know it's 200? Suppose someone will give you my character is minus 56 and what is exactly that value in the positive number. So for that, negative number store are in its 2's complement. Anyone know what is 2's complement? So we have negative number is minus 56. What is the, yeah, yes, Pooja.
I think first we need to calculate one's complement, then we add one into that.
Yes, exactly. So what is the binary of positive 56? This is right. This is the shortcut I am generally using. So more than 64, 32 plus 16 plus 8. This is the 56. Okay, this is my binary for positive 56. So first you have to convert. First step, write down this. First step is take it as a positive and write down that binary. Then you have to complement first complement. What is the first complement? Wherever 0 there 1 and wherever 1 there 0. So I will do 1 1 0 0 0 1 1 1. So this line is my first complement. Then we have to do plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 0 and borrow will go here. 1 plus 1 is 0 here 1. 1 plus 1 is 0 and 1. 0 plus 1 is 1 here. Rest of all things same. What is this number? This is my 200. Then you can use calculator also for conversion binary. So open calculator in the form of programmer. Then in the decimal, write down 200. So binary of 200 is 11001000. 11001000. Okay, understood how to convert two's complement and like that way. Then
Yes.
you have to do homework. Suppose my character is equal to minus 56. We have already seen. So minus 1 is the easiest one. Suppose my character is equal to minus 125. Suppose my character is equal to minus 64. So like that way, these three example you have to do by yourself. And what is the positive number of that? This is your homework. Okay, next we will move to this part is done, right? This one more thing, how to know my character or size is 1 byte. So there is one operator is available, that name is size of operator. So I will do printf %d comma size of my variable name ch. Then it will print the variable size. Variable size is 1 byte. So like that way you can see what is the variable size. Size of is operator is used for what is the size of your variable and what is the size of your data type. You can put here either variable or either data type also. Suppose I will put here character, then it will print the size of character. So variable size is 1 byte. Variable over the data type size, we can put either variable name or either data type. Suppose I will put here integer, then it will print the size of integer. Integer size is 4 byte. Okay, so we will move to next is the this part is done size of. So in the size of you can put either here variable name or data type. Next is integer. So integer are three types. First one is the short integer and another one is the long integer and another one is the long integer. Short, that means it will store only 2 bytes. Long integer it will store 4 bytes and long integer will store 8 bytes. By default is long integer. Whenever we are writing integer a or integer variable name, so it will by default it will take it as a long integer. In Turbo C it is by default taking as a short integer, but in GCC compiler it by default it is taking as a long integer. Okay, then I will move to here and make a new file. 3.c here. Suppose I will take it as a short integer I, integer j, long integer k, long integer l. Printf size of I is equal to percentage d, comma size of I. Then copy, then paste, then paste, then paste. Size of j is equal to, here I have to put slash n. Generally we are using this normal integer. So normal integer and long integer both are same. So what will be my output here? What is the size of I?
2 byte.
Okay. Now here Aditi, you have to give me answer.
I think both are for int and long int.
Okay, 4 byte. Prasad.
4 byte.
Okay. So yes, correct answer is 4 byte. What I mentioned, by default integer is taking as a long integer. Here I have written long integer by default in GCC
Yes.
compiler. In the Turbo C
Yes.
compiler is the short integer 4 byte, and here 8 byte. So my output is size I is 2 bytes, J is 4 byte, K is 4 byte, and L is 8 bytes. Okay, so in integer we are using this integer generally. If we have to deal with the 2 bytes only, at the time we are using the short integer, and if we have to deal with the 8 byte, at the time we are using the long. But generally 99% cases we are using this normal integer. It is a long integer. So I will remove this bar. I will comment. Suppose I will store j is equal to 100. So it will print here printf j is equal to percentage d, comma j. So it will print the value of j. So j is equal to size is 4 and output is 600. Okay. Suppose I will do j is equal to j plus 200. Then what is my output? Here.
800.
Yes, exactly. It will be the 800. Then I will print out this. Here my j is 800. Okay. Then j is equal to j multiplication with 200. And how much my output here?
1200. Yeah.
Mhm. J is equal to j divided by 200. Sorry, no, I will not take like that. 100 that. Okay. First I will take like this. Then after we will do modify. What is my output now?
600. No, sorry, 6.
3.
300.
Yes, 300 it will. GCC p3.c. I have not put translation, that's why 800. Then you see why my output is like that way. 800, then 1,60,000, then 800, and like that. Why output is like that? This is the common mistakes
Yeah.
generally beginners are doing.
So
Uh,
every time it is considering
yeah.
value of j.
Yes, every time it is considering the updated value of j. So here my updated value of j is 800.
800.
Then here it will do 800 multiplication with 200 and it will store there. And here
Hmm.
1,60,000 divided by 200, the output is 800. So that's
Hmm.
why it is showing the 800. So how to do this things like that way? So what we need to do again? After this, we have to assign again j is equal to 600. Then my output is like this. Again, I have to assign j is equal to 600. Understood?
Yogin in character, it is like you have shown in the character also multiplication, division, and addition.
Mhm.
But that time it will take the first value, right, which is defined. But
Character
here in
storing in the scanf, it is taking first things. First
mm,
value in the scanf. And second thing, character is storing only 1 byte data.
okay, but you have defined about ch is equal to that value, right?
That not is above. Character is storing 0 to 255 or minus 128 to plus 127.
Yeah, but it is not taking the next value, right?
It will take next value, but cycle will rotate.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose I will move to here p2.c and suppose I will assign here 50 multiplication with the 6.
Mm.
So that is 300. So
Yes.
you can see my output here. This is p2.c. 44.
Mm.
Why 44? After 255 it is considered
255.
as a 0.
Yes.
Starting with 0
Mm.
again.
Yes. Yes.
So what bigger than 255 it is considered as a 0 or 1, 2, 3. Like that way it will do addition.
Mm.
So suppose here I will write only 256.
Mm.
And I will remove this part.
Mm.
See here. So here my compiler is giving me warning first. More than 255 because of that. So warning we can neglect. Error we cannot able to neglect. But my output is see here 0.
0. Yes.
So like that way more than 1 byte data we cannot able to store in the form of character. If we are trying to store at that time it will consider as a 0 starting with 0, 1, 2, 3. Like that way cycle will rotate continuously.
Mm.
Here in the case of integer it is store data 4 bytes. So in the 4 bytes I will come to that part. So here J I have to do again and again 600 reinitialize. Understood why we need to do like this way? Then we get our expected output. So write down this program first, then we will move to the again signed and unsigned in the case of integer. So by default integer also signed one. So it can store negative number also. So integer is storing 4-byte data. What is the meaning of 4-byte data? This is my first, this is my second, this is my third, this is my fourth. 1, 1, 1, 1. This is my first byte. Suppose all the 1 at that time, how much data? So this is mean 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, like that way. 2 raised to 32. In the 4-byte we have 32 bits. So that means 2 raised to 32 bits data we can store. What is the meaning of 2 raised to 32? 2 raised to 32, that means 4 gigabyte data. So we can able to store 4 gigabyte data in the form of unsigned integer. Unsigned integer, that means all are positive numbers, and all are positive number, then that means 4 gigabyte data. That means 0 to 4G. Suppose it is signed one, signed integer. By default is a signed. So that is minus 2 gigabyte to plus 2 gigabyte. In the signed, last bit, most significant bit is considered as a signed one. If it is 0, that means positive number 0 to 2 gigabyte. And if it is 1, at the time more than 2 gigabyte, that is 2 gigabyte number is very bigger number. So that is number is like this, where 2147483647. This much big number we will store. At that time it will become 2 gigabyte. And 1, that means is negative. That means is minus 2 gigabyte to minus 1. So minus 2 gigabyte, that means 2147483648. This much big number if stored, then it considered as a minus 2 gigabyte. Plus 2 gigabyte, that means plus 4 gigabyte, that means you have to do multiplication with 2 with this number. That is the very big number. That's why we are using generally integer, not long integer, because we have enough space available in the integer itself. Suppose you have a minus 126 number. So how to convert in the form of positive? So I am giving one example here. So first you have to convert plus 126 binary. First you have to write. So what is the binary of first 126? So we'll open calculator. 126 binary is 0 1 1 1 1 1 1 0. So this is my first byte, suppose 0 1 1 1 1 1 1 0. Okay. Then second is the 0 0 0. Third byte is 0 0 0 0 0. And fourth byte is also 0 0 0 0 0. Why? Because we convert that plus 126 binary is like this way in 4-byte, correct? Yes. Then here we have to do first complement. What is my first complement from here? So I will write first complement, but you have to give me answer in the case of plus 1. Now we have to do plus 1. So here 1 plus 1, what is my output here?
0 with carry 1.
Yes. Here,
1.
yes, rest of all are same. So I have written 1 0 here less. Like this way. This is the minus 126 binary. And this is the positive number of that. So I don't know what is exactly this number, but this is the positive number of that. Okay. So this way you have to do try by yourself. I will give you again your homework for integer. Suppose your integer I is equal to plus 32, then what is your binary output of that? Suppose integer k is equal to minus 200. Suppose integer k is l is equal to plus 560. I will give random number. Integer m is equal to minus 775. So these four number I have given in example. So you have to try this binary. What is the binary format of that? So we will print a binary also of that minus 126 number binary in the form when we complete the looping concept. After that, we will print binary also of that number, my negative numbers binary. But after looping concept control statement, so it will take 10 or 15 days time or lesser than that. Okay, so in here p3.c I have taken like this way. J is equal to j plus 200 and like that way. There is one shortcut for that. Suppose we have to do addition with our itself variable. So j is itself here addition with 200. So like there is one shortcut is like that way. You can like j plus or is equal to 200. So what is the meaning of here? Here meaning of this line is j is equal to j plus 200. So either you can write this way or either you can write j plus or equal to 200. Both are same. So here also you can write like this way. J multiplication or equal to 200. J division or equal to 200. So this is the shortcut for that. Tomorrow we will start operator, then we will again move to float and double data type. Then string we will cover in the array concept.